What's going on, guys? It's Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, guys, and I'll happily get back to you. Now let's talk about Conor BENN, who will be taking on Samuel Vargas this weekend. It's been spoken about as his toughest test so far, and you know, Samuel Vargas has mixed it in with some of the better fighters out there, including Amir Khan, who says that Conor BENN needs to be, you know, very careful in this fight and really take it seriously. I'm sure he will be, but Conor BENN, man, has got the chance to now emerge from the shadows of his father, you know, Nigel BENN, and that's going to be very difficult to do. But you know, he's starting to make his own name for himself now, Conor BENN, and you know, he's becoming a real fighter. You've seen the improvements that he's made since he's turned pro. You've kind of seen his career develop in every fight, but he now has a chance to make a serious statement here against Samuel Vargas. The fight that we were all talking about that could have been made down the line. It could still be made, actually, but I don't think it's being spoken about as much. And that was a potential showdown against Josh Kelly. Now, Josh Kelly was in action a few weeks ago when he took on David Avanesian. He lost that fight. It was the first loss of his career. And, you know, Avanesian, I picked him to win that fight as well. But there was a lot of expectation around Josh Kelly. There still is, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that his career is over. But that loss was definitely a setback. So where Josh Kelly goes from here is going to be interesting. Will he move up to 154 pounds? Will he take on the likes of, you know, move up to a weight division that has the likes of, you know, Cheeseman, Fitzgerald, Fowler? It's got a lot of names in that division. Conroy, Liam Smith is still there. Does Josh Kelly move up in weight to 154, or does he stay at 147, where perhaps a fight against Conor BENN could still take place? Now, it'll be interesting to find out, but let's talk about Conor BENN, because that's what this video is about here. He was ringside for that particular fight between Josh Kelly and David Avanesian, and he was picking Avanesian to win that. He made no secret about it, and you know, it turned out how it turned out. But Josh Kelly here, I'm sorry, Conor BENN, should I say, he's got a chance to, he needs to just make his own statement this weekend, put in an impressive performance against Samuel Vargas, and then look to see where he can go. I think he's ranked like number 11 by the WBA, so I don't think he's ready to crack the world level yet, Conor BENN for sure. But a win over Samuel Vargas will put him in a good position. Even with the rankings, it will get him up there. Welterweight is a very difficult division, as you guys know. Just look at some of the guys in that weight class, man. I mean, you've got Errol Spence and Terence Crawford at the top of the tree. Manny Pacquiao still there. You've got Sean Porter there. You've got Keith Thurman. Danny Garcia is looking to move up in weight. But then you've got some of the young guys on the rise as well. Jerome Ennis is fighting the same weekend, actually, as Conor BENN. He's being tipped to be a future welterweight star. You've also got Virgil Ortiz, who had his most impressive win a couple of weeks ago against Maurice Hooker. He's being tipped to be a welterweight star. So Conor BENN, I don't think he's at that particular level yet, but if he can get a good win over Samuel Vargas and continue to build on, you know, his increase in profile over here, then it will only do him good. I mean, Eddie Hearn actually said that Conor BENN has the potential to be one of the new superstars in Matchroom, in the stable, you know. So let's see where that goes from there. I mean, it's a lot of praise, but Conor BENN needs to deliver in the ring, and like I said, he has over the last few fights shown a lot of improvement. A lot of people, when they were first talking about Josh Kelly against Conor BENN, kind of looked at it as a mismatch. But if you were to ask people now, a lot of people would view it as, you know, like almost like a 50-50 fight, maybe even a 50-50 fight now after Josh Kelly's loss. But I think that's testament to the improvements that Conor BENN has made. We've seen it, you know, in the Sims gym. He's been looking very good. He trains very hard, you know. He definitely disciplined and lives the lifestyle. Conor BENN didn't even need to box, do you know what I mean? He was already privileged growing up, and he had everything that he wanted, but this is what he wants to do, and his dedication so far has been amazing, man. And it just shows the sort of improvements that can be made when you take the sport seriously. When you look at Conor BENN's debut, Conor BENN had a similar debut to that of Campbell Hatton, and you know, it just shows the level of improvements that he's made, and maybe somebody like Campbell Hatton can make the same sort of improvements as he continues with his career. But Conor BENN against Samuel Vargas, I mean, it's being built up as the toughest test of his career so far. I'm gonna have to I'll think about that one. I mean, Samuel Vargas is very good, or he was good, but I think now, yeah, I don't know how much of a threat he will be to Conor BENN now, especially when I saw Conor BENN in his last performance, man. He was fantastic. So this is definitely the right time for him to take on this opponent and I think that he will shine. I think he will get the win and look impressive doing it, in my honest opinion. But like I said with the Jerome Ennis fight, I'll talk about this one more on the podcast this weekend and give my preview and prediction. But it's going to be interesting to see how Conor Benn approaches this fight, because both of these guys like a tear up, and Conor Benn has definitely showed signs of maturity, but he could get dragged into a tear up against Samuel Vargas, and you don't want to get don't want to get caught with anything that you shouldn't be getting caught with. But interesting fight. A lot of people will be watching and seeing where Conor Benn can go from here. But interesting fight, man. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next video.